We the Many is going to be something that stays with us for many years. I mean, we want to continue the work we've created in the schools, but more than that, is We the Many has created reverberations throughout our greater community that I think is something that is truly something to be celebrated. For example, we have a community-wide committee that is working on issues related to how do we become a more welcoming community? How do we do things in our community that really creates an environment that people want to come and live regardless of their background? The Honeywell Foundation was approached in 2019 by Arts Midwest, which is a very well-respected arts organization that supplies support for organizations in 9 different states in the Midwest. And they had a proposal for us to be one of 3 pilot communities for a new program. And of course we were excited, you know, one of 3 across 9 states. The other 2 communities, one is in South Dakota and one is in Iowa. So we felt really excited, you know, to be the only in Indiana and really the only in this part of the Midwest. And so we were excited to be selected. And then once we got more information about the program, we thought, wow, what a great opportunity. Because the main, objective of this grant was to provide stories and stories of what life is like as a Midwesterner.
No justice, no peace.
Stop! Hold. Okay, we can stop here. Okay, first note, las sillas, cuando lleguen, you gotta do this with style, right? Con estilo, so tienen que hacer. And I don't want to hear this.
So, you know, that sounded simple enough, or at least interesting enough, certainly something we could facilitate. Unlike a lot of grant programs, this particular one was really interesting because a lot of grants will come with a very detailed list of this is what you need to do, here are your guidelines, and it really kind of guides you along the way. This one was really interesting because this one really wanted you as the organization to lean into your community and talk to your community to try to really determine what would those next steps look like with this grant. The only other requirement was that it was going to be a residency, so we would have a resident artist come and be a part of this. And the artist needed to be a performing artist and a performing artist of color. And again, we thought, this is great. You know, we're a performing arts organization. You know, this is a great fit. This is something that works well within what we do. And so we started this journey nearly 2 years ago, and of course the pandemic has created some interesting bumps along the way. But what we have come away with 2 years later is what I would say maybe nothing short of remarkable, because we've learned things we didn't know we needed to learn. We've asked questions maybe that we didn't know needed to be asked, and we've certainly been on a journey that perhaps we didn't know we need to take. And so we've been very excited to come away from this time to have an opportunity to learn more about truly what life is like as a Midwesterner, but perhaps not just from folks that we bump into every day. Because this particular residency allowed us to focus specifically on an emerging population within our community, which is the Latino population, primarily in North Manchester, but also in Wabash as well. And our artist, Ana Velasquez, has worked really closely with students within these schools. So some of the things we're doing at the Honeywell Foundation is to create a more intentional way of working within diversity, equity, and access, and to make sure that we have voices at the table that represent those underrepresented voices. So We the Many is not going to be just one grant that starts and ends. It's really a journey that we'll be on, hopefully for the rest of our organizational's life, and certainly for our community as well.